Hey everybody! We're going to get today's story on its feet by pretending to be a couple of the characters. Now, some of you don't know this. I was a theater teacher for many years at Stages Theater Company, and I'm going to lead you through an acting exercise on how to change your body to look like a character. Now, we're not going to use lights, we're not going to use a set, we're not going to use costumes, just acting. So if you're sitting down, get off the couch, get up from the kitchen table, and take some space with your body. We're going to learn actor neutral. Now, whether you've been in plays for 80 years because you are an old grandma or grandpa and you have a theater background, or whether you're 3 or 4, everyone starts with actor neutral. You have your feet about a hip width apart. Your hands are down at your side, not in your pockets, not behind you, not like in the antlers, just at your side. Then you take a nice deep breath in through your nose, if you can, and out your mouth. You relax your face, and your eyes look straight forward, and you stand as still as you can, and relaxed as you can. This is actor neutral. We call it neutral because from this spot, you can turn your body into anything. You could become a tall tree. You could become an old witch. You could become a star. Anything. But we start from actor neutral. You know, when you're pretending to be a character from a story, you can act with so much more than your face. Sure, you could just show people you're sad by making a sad face. But you could also use your entire body. From actor neutral, you can maybe make your shoulders sad and droop forward. You can make your stance a little smaller by putting your feet close together, and your whole body can look like it's melting just because you're so sad. You could do the same thing with happy. You could just use your face and smile, or you can use your entire body, and your energy can lift you up into your shoulders because you're just so excited. You can have arms big out into the sky, or you could have your arms down because all of your energy is moving you forward. Think about how your emotions can be shown not just on your face, but using your entire body when you're pretending to be someone else. We are going to tell our story today. We have cards that show different parts of the story. Now, if you came to the Mother's Day drive-thru, you have an activity book, and these cards are actually on a page in that book. So there are 2 ways you can do today. You can stop the video and you can cut out these cards and then act these scenes out that are shown by the cards. Or, if you don't have that book, you can just play along with me. All right, let's get started. Well, let's do number 1. Elkanah and Hannah traveled to the town of Shiloh to worship at God's house. So they were traveling to worship. Decide, which character do you want to be? Are you happy because you get to go to the house of worship? Or you may be Hannah and happy that you get to go to the house of worship? Or are you sad because you're waiting because you really want to have a baby but you haven't had one yet? So think about that and who you're going to be. I'm going to be Elkanah first, because when you're just playing around pretending to be characters, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy. You can pretend to be a girl or a boy, whatever. It's just make-believe. So, I am Elkanah, and I am excited to worship. I'm showing that I'm happy with my face and my body. Let me see yours. Okay, now let's pretend to be Hannah. Because maybe when you're sad because you're waiting for something, it's sometimes hard to be around other people when they're really happy. She really wants to be there. My shoulders are going to get a little smaller or shrunken. Okay, what's next. Number 2. Anaya teased Hannah until she cried and would run away from the table, refusing to eat. Oh, we don't do that. That's not a nice way to treat somebody. Here's what the picture looks like. Now, let's pretend to be Hannah first. Think about it. Take a moment. Someone's teasing you and you're trying really hard not to cry. And they just said the wrong thing at the wrong time, and suddenly you can't keep it in anymore and you just leave. I'm really not happy with Anaya right now. Okay. We're going to change our body to be Anaya's character, but I want to make sure you know, you should never tease someone. If they are not laughing and having fun, then it's not worth it. If they're laughing, it's okay. That means they're in on the joke. But Anaya was not letting Hannah enjoy the joke, so she should have stopped. But we could pretend to be her character anyway. Okay. I don't know. What does it look like when you're teasing somebody? Anaya seems happy. All right. Let's do the next part. Hannah prayed to God. Oh, see, that's really important because when you're waiting, you can pray to God for what you're praying for. So she's really sad, so I'm going to make my shoulders forward again. And in that picture, she's kneeling, but if I do that, you can't see the rest of my body, so I'll just pretend that I'm kneeling. Just pray. What are you going to do? Then we have 4. Oh, Hannah had a baby. So I imagine she's pretty happy. Let's make that shape. That's my pretend baby. Oh, now this one says Hannah gave her baby to the priest. Now, when Hannah was praying, she made a deal with God, saying, if you just do this for me, I will devote my kid's whole life to you. And so she raised her baby for a couple years. And when the baby was old enough, she gave her baby to the temple, kind of like going to boarding school, maybe. And then that let her baby grow up in the temple. So let's go ahead and practice this. She's probably really happy because God gave her her son that she could check on every few years. But she might have also been a little sad because she might have missed him. So, I don't know, maybe what, the Lion King pose? Have you seen Lion King? Be a little silly. Oh, and this one says, God gave Hannah more children. All right, so let's show Hannah again with a happy heart. Oh, I liked how it was showing her hugging her kids. I'm going to do that. I love to hug my kids. Now, if you have some people around with you at home, what you can do next is you can make scenes out of these. So instead of making frozen pictures like you just did with me, you can take these cards and those ideas of what happened in the story, and you can add words to them and movement with the characters. You can take turns being the different characters, or you can choose one character to be, or one actor to be each character through the entire thing. This is really just a guided story time for you to pretend and make believe. And if you decide you want to go ahead and go with costumes and get some props, like maybe a doll or two, go for it. Have fun telling the story. And when you're done playing, come on back and we'll do a debrief. There were a lot of things that happened in this story today. Hannah wanted a baby, but there was such a long time while she was waiting. She waited so long and she was so sad. She knew that she could pray to God and talk to God about it while she waited. And you can do that same thing too. When you think you can't wait, talk to God about it. And while you're talking to God, realize He might choose not to give you the thing that you're praying for, but He loves you anyway. When you think you can't wait, talk to God about it, and He will help you. I waited a while to have a baby too. When it was time for Chris and I to have a baby, we waited for about a year before we could. And it was really hard because I wanted that baby a lot. And Hannah, she probably waited a lot longer than I did. But we both talked to God about it. And God helped us while we waited. Because whether we got what we were praying for or not, we knew that God loved us. And God loves you. So this week, while you are waiting, talk to God about it. Because He loves you and He will help you while you wait.